Why can I never find where my links are? And you put them in your email box. Come on, Genova. One. Hold on 1 second. I need to get a new cover for my for my tablet because like the touchscreen is subpar on the best days, and your girl is struggling. I just wanted to put all the links in here so that way you guys can have them in the description box as well as in the chat. All right. Sorry about that. Happy Novaween. It is Friday, October 24th. We're officially 1 week out until Halloween. All right. Um this is for the wolf. I always have a fascination I have a fascination with Halloween Little Red Riding Hood. There's Little Red Riding Hood is told in a lot of different folk tales from different backgrounds. And this one is the wolf got her. So this is for the wolf. Um, so today is Friday, and I'm really excited that it is because it's 1 week out, and my kids are kind of putting their costumes together. And my oldest daughter, her and her boyfriend haven't figured out what they're going to be, but I'm like, you guys need to go out, have fun, cause a little mayhem, a little chaos. It's Friday. How often is Halloween on a Friday? Good morning. Oh, this is your first year watching? Okay, yeah. So I've been doing Novaween for 2 or 3 years. Not too sure. I Okay, so a little bit about me is I sell my bags, and I sell my bags not only on Etsy and through PayPal and through Instagram. I sell my bags through like at Comic Cons. Um, I cosplay. I like to cosplay, and I like to make outfits. So if you go onto like my Instagram and you scroll all the way back, you won't see a lot of pictures of my kids unless they're like modeling pictures or if I have like little videos of them singing. But you'll see a lot of costumes, whether it is me becoming a My Little Pony and I make a corset with wings or something. I always cosplay. I love making costumes. There was a real dream of me having like that somebody was going to pick me up on a TV show and they were going to have me create costumes. I love making costumes and I love doing sci-fi makeup. Ask me to do regular makeup and you'll be SOL. I can't do regular makeup to save your life, but if you ask me to do some sci-fi makeup, we're right here. so, um, and I think that kind of plays a part into my bag making a little bit. I see things a little bit different than when other people, I guess like you could see an oval shape and all of a sudden this oval shape looks like a million different characters or different sunsets or it looks like the Death Star or does something and then my imagination starts running amok and I start creating. And that is I learned how to sew from my abuelita and she made like high-end gowns and tuxedos and things like that. So that's where my initial sewing skills came from. And then when she passed away, when I was in my early 20s, I kind of just like not sewed for a while. And then the love of sewing came back when I had my child and I wanted to make a quilt. And then I got into quilting. But um, as much as I love quilting, like, things just didn't work out how I wanted it to be. Like, I couldn't put all my ideas into one thing, and it just I don't know, bags just came to me because every time I wanted a cool bag, the only nerdy bag out there was like Loungefly or like a Dooney and Burke from Disney, and everybody and their mother had one. And I am a person that likes to have things that are just for me, if that makes sense. Like I want it to be exclusively for me. So that's how I got into bag making. But this is how I did Novaween because I think that we all have different if you're a bag maker, there's no doubt in my mind that you have a second hobby, a third hobby, or a fourth hobby. You crochet, you line ballroom dance, you make cakes, you do something else. And we all have a second hobby. And my second hobby is I like to LARP, cosplay, or make costumes. And I've made Queen of Hearts. I put my costumes as Lydia Dietz. I make corsets and things like that. And I think sometimes we need to interchange these two things and you can make things happen. And so for me, you guys on 13 days out of the year, you get to see me in different kind of makeup skills and different things and see what my other talents are. And mine's is sci-fi makeup. So that's a little bit about Novaween. I try not to make it too scary, but in all fairness, if you have my kids here, they'll be like, "Yeah, my mom, like, literally scared the living bejesus out of me." Like, I also bake, if that helps anybody. Anywho, so your girl is sick, thanks to Kindle. So if he's watching this on the way to work, so, about a week ago, my daughter Hope was sick, and we kind of like try to quarantine her, but Hope is contagious, not in like just being sick, but just like her personality. It's hard to like keep her away from anybody else because she's really funny. She doesn't even know she's funny. That's the thing. Like, it's easy to strike up a conversation with her and just chit chat. So she got my husband sick, and then I'm not gonna lie, low key, I was kind of laughing at him because I was like, what do you expect? What did you he's like a good dad. Like when he sees her from home from work, he gives him like those long hugs that like you just want to melt into. And she sneezed on him. I was like, dude, he's gonna get sick. And I made fun of him because me and Kendall, me and my youngest son, we were like the only two that didn't get sick. Karma's a bad word. So yeah, last night was a struggle, yesterday was a struggle, but yeah, not super fun. So, um, I was sick, hey Misty, yeah, so I was sick yesterday and I had the worst night. Me and Mucinex have been like this. We've been BFFs today. But yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do. I've always wanted to do a Little Red Riding Hood, but what if Little Red Riding Hood didn't escape the wolf, and now she's becoming the wolf. So this is my take. But I wanted to show you the project that I picked. Okay, so again, I'm an Etsy person. I know, I know, I know. Everyone's like, oh, banish Etsy to the 7 rings of hell. I totally get what you're saying, but there are a lot of people that are still on Etsy that are small businesses that prefer to do things through Etsy because it handles their taxes, their just handles everything like the downloads and everything. So there are, like I said, one day I'm going to have some people on here from Etsy that shows you pros and cons because there are cons and there are pros, but sometimes when we're on social media, we just hear the cons. And then sometimes I think we even coax people out of going on Etsy just to make like you're one of us. And it might not be the most advantageous or the best thing for that person. But I'll get off my soapbox. So I'm going through like Etsy as one does at the end of the night, and I come across this little this little trick or treat bag. And I was like, oh my God, why aren't my kids this little anymore? Because I would put them all in this. But then I thought, okay, they don't have to be little. I can literally make this into like a trash bag. Or if you guys have at my office, when I used to work at Citibank, we used to do like a trick or treat thing in our office, and you could put your little trick or treat bag outside your office door or just like different things. I thought this could be cute just even for your work room. Like oh, it can collect threads or it can collect trash or something and you could dump it out at the end of the day or whatever. I thought this little thing was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a trick or treat bag like this before. So I was like, I reached out, I typed, I was like, hey, my name is Shnova. I have a small YouTube channel. Can I do a tutorial? They're like, yeah, 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 do it, do it, do it. I love it when they're like, people are like, yeah, go for it. I understand when they say no too, but I've never seen a tutorial for this. I searched high and low on YouTube to see if there was, and I didn't see one, but I may have mistaken one. But this is called the ghost bag. So I made the one in the video you guys are gonna see. It's gonna be the all white one, but inside his mouth is where you put the candy, and you can go all the way up into his head, and you just like wear him. My lipstick is now on him. He's cursed forever now. You just wear him and you put your candy inside him. How freaking cute is this? Oh, thank you. How freaking cute is this? You just oh yeah, thanks. Oh, you get a lighter that don't get kids lighters. I'm not gonna put a lighter now because somebody's gonna do it and be like, Shinova said it was fine. You get an alcohol pad. Like, I'm trying to think. All my stuff in my on my table is dangerous. Like, I wouldn't give it to a child. Not a magnet, not needles, or I don't. Here, you get a bobbin. like, like it is super cute. I even thought like if there was like a Halloween swap, like this would be really cute to put like your gift to somebody in because you can put this in your workroom and it takes like little it doesn't take any hardware. It's just like regular fabric. So in the one I do online and I teach you in the tutorial, you're going to learn the white one. I had no black fabric, so I used what I had in my stash and I don't even know where this fabric's from. So it's been in my stash for like I think it's older than Ken. So, you do this, and his little facial expression is hilarious. So I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cute! I want to show people how to make this." But the one I made first to show you, I wanted to see how it comes together, and it doesn't take a lot of material. Look at this! All of our kid favorite candies are in this ghost. And like I made his eyes red. Look at his little face. He's so happy because he's candy. he's candy. And like it's just like little rope tied to the end. She uses like the suspender stuff because she's like across the pond. So they use like the suspender stuff. I expressed that you can use probably like elastic, but on this one I use just like some what we do with our bags when we like scrap like when we're about to make a D ring, but I just made it a loop. But yeah, I thought I lost one of my rings. Hold on. I gotta stay in character for you. Gotta give the people what they want, right? But look how cute he is. This is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I'm keeping this one in my workroom because I don't know. He is so adorable. And I think if you have a smaller kid or you have a bigger kid, I think if you want it, it'll be cute. I thought it'll be cute on the back of your car. So it'll be something festive like during the fall season, you can have like a little go like a little ghoul or ghost in the back of your car holding your trash, or you could have it on the back of your chair or somewhere in your area. You could jimmy it where it doesn't have to have um the like the little pulls down here. You can have it up in his head so it's like a loop where it can hang on the wall where you can throw trash, or it could be something cool like for me during Halloween, because of all these makeup things, I don't use disposable like you throw in the trash face wipes because I don't want to ruin the environment. I have these really cute Hello Kitty ones that I wash at the end of the week. You could put like elastic things and put this in the bathroom and put all of them in there, and then you just go throw the whole thing in there to get washed. So like there's a lot of different ways you could think about using this, but this is the cutest little shape ever. I was so happy about this. It's ridiculous. The pattern's not very expensive at all, and it comes together really fast. It comes together like an actual bag, like a pouch. There's like 4 layers and it comes together like a bag. Um and there's no batting, there's no nothing. So I was like, "Oh, these are cute. I want to make everyone to get one of these." And you can change up the eyes. You can make it with felt, you can make it with faux leather. The world's your oyster. So I was like, yeah. So, thanks. I appreciate that. My daughter's gonna steal these from me because she wants to be the shadow man from Princess Tiana, and she thinks these will suffice. Everything I like, she takes. So, thank you. I like the contacts too. They're actually comfortable versus the ones I wore for the baby doll that I felt like I was going blind all day. So, um, this one, this is a very cute thing, and if you have a small kid, this is really cute too because it doesn't weigh very heavy on them. So I thought, how cute is this? I've never seen anyone have a cute little ghosty like that. So I put the link inside the comment box, that's going on right here, but it's also in the description box. Their Etsy place, they're again across the pond, support small businesses. And then yesterday, I wasn't feeling very good, but I wanted to sew something because everything I've sewn this week has, like this month has been for like for the 13 days of Halloween. And one of the things I sew for the 13 days of Halloween is a brand new pattern that's going to come out on Monday, which Monday's costume is going to be like because Tara's my friend and I want to like do a really cool costume for her release of like her new pattern. My hood still on? Okay. Her new pattern. So I wanted to sew something up and when I do Patreon, we do there's two levels of Patreon. There's Patreon that has we do a sew along. Everyone that participates has to buy the pattern. We do a sew along. And then there's another tier where we do an accessory. And the accessory that was picked this month was the Back Company wallet. And today we're supposed to be doing the accessory for it. What I usually like to do is sew up the accessory first. So that way if there's like a hiccup or something that I don't think is easy to explain or wrap my head around, I can write notes and try to figure out how to better explain it while we're doing it. Because unlike the sew along that's broken up in two parts, the accessories, we just sit down and we're like, grab something to drink. We're in for the long haul and we're going to sew it. So I wanted to do this Back Company bag wallet for a while, but Lynn is the one that in the group that was like, hey, let's do it. So I was like, okay, let me sew this up and I'll cut out another one. What? Good morning, Shannon. First of all, this fabric, this glitter shimmer. I don't know what what Kate from Little Shindig calls this, but I would have called this like Ella or or like that song from Twilight that's like because it glitters. Anyways, first of all, you have your wallet and you have a zipper in the back. And look, it says like witch's brew. I don't know, focus. So it says witch's brew on the back. Hold on. My claws want to come out. Then you have one flap that comes out and it has eyeballs. And when that one flap comes out, you have two sets of pockets here, and then you have another set. The purple and the green, right? Looks cool. Okay, so then when you open up this other back flap, you have you have a choice of whether or not you want to make a set be like another card slot or another slip pockets. I'm all about the card slots because I'm an overstuffer. I'm fine with saying that. You have the card slots, and then you have like these really cool. I use jelly. These are for your ID windows. This is the cutest thing ever. And then you have like top stitching. This is going to be mine. We're going to be sewing up another one today. Hopefully, well, I want to do it today. I'm trying to get into my general practitioner to see if I can get Tamiflu because I tested positive for the flu. And the thing about Tamiflu, you got to get on that medicine like immediately after you test it positive. So yeah, your girl is sweating. And I can't breathe out of my nose. I can't smell anything. I had a rough night last night. My husband did too. But I blame this all on him, not Hope. It's easier to blame the husband and not the child because she's like 15. It's not her fault that everybody in her school has cooties and they all just like sneeze and not cover their mouth. And every time the kids go back to school, one of us gets sick. And then the whole house gets sick. every single time. So I digress. Anyways, but this is called this is the I that was okay. That's so that yeah, hold on. Yeah, this is super cute, Nikki. This is and I feel like this wallet can be made on a domestic to a to an industrial. It all depends on the materials you did. I did this. I started at 11:35 because I was gonna start at 11. This is how sick. Don't make fun of me. I'm telling you guys a real story, so don't make fun. I had my Coke, right? I had a Coca-Cola because I was like, your girl's not gonna get through without caffeine. I put my Coke and my straw down from 11 to 11:35. I was all in my room trying to find it. I could not find my Coke, like at all. I thought I put it on my sewing machine and I couldn't find it. I'm searching my room like sweating profusely. This is when I'm sick, I sweat. Like I'll get a sweat mustache and you'll be like, "Damn, do you need pressing powder, Shanova?" Like what's going on? And then I sat down on my chair and I was like, where the hell, unless I have a poltergeist, what is going on? And then something was like, check the fridge. It was in the fridge upstairs. Like, you know how like every the shelves are right there, but like that in between space where like the door is shut, I put it down. I wasn't feeling good. Okay. So I started at 11:45 and I finished before 2 something, like 2:35 because my dogs went off because the mailman came and I was just finishing and I really like it. The instructions are nice. And the thing about like I said it yesterday, the thing about Nikki's instructions is that I think it's like roughly like 50 something pages, but it's not 50 pages. It's weird. Like there's like 3 paragraphs, like not even paragraphs. There's 3 sections in each page, and each page has a very distinctive picture. And each picture has like if they're stitching, it's like in purple or green or something, another color to depict for to get your focus. Like it's like she wrote it for someone that had ADHD. So I was like, oh, I got this. Like there, if you're a visual learner, like I promise you, if you get one of her patterns, you won't feel like you're a visual learner. If that makes sense. It's it's a very weird thing, like because of how she writes. Okay, because you have ADHD. It's very weird. Like there's a part when you're top stitching, without giving too much away, where she's like, okay, you measure something, you top stitch from here to here, but she like prints it, she like does all the dash marks in like a certain color. And I was like, oh, okay. And like I didn't even have to think twice. I didn't have to do anything. It made sense. And then it was like, oh, flip it and do this. I was like, oh, like I not even like thinking twice because this is how my brain thinks when I'm sewing. So like if you're a person that because I notice a lot of people are visual learners and every time they say that they are, I always want to ask like, do you have ADHD? Do you have OCD? Do you have like something do you get easily distracted? Is there something that's preventing you from reading the pattern? Which is this is not like a jab at you. This is like trying to understand and knowing these things can actually help designers help write their patterns like to help you, you know? Each designer writes so differently. It's like, you know, reading Hemingway to Tolkien to like, you know, George R. R. Martin. Everybody writes differently and each writer has a signature. And if you're a person that reads books, like literally if you ask me who my favorite writer is, that is like asking me to pick my favorite star in the sky. That is impossible. Each writer is differently, but I do notice the difference between writers and different things. And I appreciate each difference because it's not carbon copy. They're not all going to be looking like the Kardashians in writing. They have a difference, and that's why you like them. That's why you like them because there is a difference. But with Nikki, like I feel like she's writing for like for someone that's like that has like attention deficit or like you're like oh squirrel, but she brings you back like no the squirrel's right here. Like, so the pattern comes together really smoothly. You may be like, "Oh, it's a lot of pages," but it really isn't. It's pictures with, like, a sentence or two, but in the pictures, if you pay attention, the diagrams has everything. So if you are interested in the back company information, I have it in my description box. And also, if you scroll all the way to the top, you'll see back company and you'll see a link to where the pattern is and you can purchase it. It's a really fun bag. I think you can do a lot of cool things to this. You can do like, again, I have like an Elvira in my head, and I was just watching Dark Shadows, and I was like, like this could be a lot of different things. You can make this the Batman, Batgirl, like I can go on. There's a lot of things you could do. I decided to do like cool eyes. I I had no plan for this. That's just one of those serendipity moments. But I thought the purple with it was really good. So, and she has like a lot of cool techniques. I feel like you're gonna like what you learn, and you might be able to just have something in the back of your head that's like, oh, I learned a new technique about something. Um, Also today is Friday, and I told you Saturday there's like the marathon with a lot of people sewing different things up. But tonight, my little shindig with Jade and everything, they're gonna be sewing up the witches' hats. So I did put a link to their, I think it's one of their descriptions, like, into their YouTube link to do it. I think that's gonna be a fun project because it's, like, not foam, it's, like, batting, and I'm pretty sure all of us have batting or wadding or fleece or something in there, and that's such a fun little project to have because even if you don't wear it this Halloween, it can be something cute to have in your workroom or something around to remember 2025, and, those 3 are really funny when they're sewing. They have a really nice chemistry, a nice ebb and flow, and I don't know, I could watch them. I usually My ADHD, I'll usually watch something on TV, have them also in the background while I'm reading something, maybe playing with Legos too. I don't know what's wrong. But yes. Yes, it is a definitely trust the process. I'm not gonna there's one part when you, like, are I think you're birthing one of the flaps. I went into the wrong hole or something. I was like, "I can't birth it. I can't." And then I realized I had to go into the other one, and then I was like, "Oh, stop freaking out, Shinova." Okay. But again, I was sick. But yeah, this beautiful shimmer vinyl that kind of goes with this shimmer pool. Uh that is from my little shindig. So yeah, that is all I have for you. Tomorrow I'll be on at 9 with a different costume. I don't know which one I am going to be yet because I'm trying to see if I'm going to switch the one I wanted for tomorrow for Sunday because it deals with hair coloring. And I don't want to have that hair color in my hair for 2 days if I know I'm going to wash it on Sunday. That's how I decipher things out. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, the eye color. These are my favorite contacts. These are the ones that are actually they're actually approved for your eyes. Don't get like these fake ones that will make your eyes hurt all day long and make you think that you're going blind. Go get some that are actually like you don't they're not prescriptions, but they're just regular contacts, especially if you're not blind. I have like 20/10 vision, so that's the one thing I have going for me. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone has a really good day. Have a good Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you guys have a really great weekend, okay? All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.